John Sloan backstage at Cagewarriors 98 with the victorious Ross Houston and the new welterweight champion of the world. Ross, years and years of hard work leading up to this moment in this 25 minutes. How good does it feel to have that belt on your shoulder just now?
It's the best moment of my life, that's no exaggeration.
Yeah.
I'm here battered, bruised, tired, but I wouldn't change it for nothing. Respect to Stefano Vittorino, man, that was the hardest fight of my life. He's not a massive welterweight, but he hits like a middleweight. Trust me, I've been hit by a lot of people, and he brought out the best in me, man. So respect to him, and thank you to absolutely everyone who's ever believed in me, trained in me, and supported me along the journey, man. I couldn't do it without you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's talk about his power, because he hit you with a big shot in the 4th round that put you down. How big a shot was that, and how much did it have you rocked? Because it didn't seem like you were ever out. You know, you were kind of manoeuvring your position the entire time, but it did seem like you just couldn't get your feet up from underneath you. Describe what was going on in your mind through that, if anything was.
I think I was taking the shots, and then I think at one point, I was just saying, I think maybe I threw a shot and he threw a shot at the same time. I remember like thinking, fuck, that was a big shot. Yeah. And then I took it and I stepped back and my legs weren't there underneath me, so I fell back, and then he was landing some ground and pounds, and all I could hear was Mark Goddard's voice saying, keep working, and I was trying to shrimp out, move my head, and he kept on tagging me, man. I was like, fuck's sake, and he kept on hitting me, and eventually was that the end of the round, was it? I don't know. It was at the end of the round, man, so the bell helps me out, man. He's respect to him, man. He's a cool dude.
Well, I mean, I thought you definitely did enough to win the fight. You know, I've got the Scottish bias, obviously, but I had it 4 rounds to 1 for you. When you heard, you know, the announcer say that it was a split decision, was part of you slightly worried I might get done dirty here with a dodgy decision?
I was worried, man.
Yeah.
I thought I'd won it, but then as soon as you hear a split decision and you're the challenger, you don't know what's going to happen, so it means the world to me, man. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah. And you know, did his toughness and durability kind of surprise you in there? Because it seemed to me at like the end of the 2nd, start of the 3rd, and the 4th, you know, it seemed like he was tiring and you were taking over, but then it seemed like he caught a bit of a second wind. Were you surprised by how tough he was? Because I think you saw him breaking in the 2nd round prior to the bout. I think he did. I think he got confidence when he tagged me, the same as when I got confidence when I hurt him. That's the way it goes, because you know the end's near. Yeah. So he hit me, he obviously hurt me, and then that gave him that second win. You know, as soon as you see a bit of light at the end of the tunnel, man, you're like, right, this could be a chance. You know, so he just chased it. I think I could have had better shot selection. I always, you know, we go to the game plan, because I'm taller than most people, to keep it long. Yeah. Snap kicks, straight shots, but I just love a war, man, so I always end up getting in a scrap, and he caught me with like a flower sweep a few times off his back. That was a nice jiu-jitsu, man, but I should have stopped that. So yeah, man, respect. He's a tough opponent, and he was a champion for a reason. He's taken out some big names, ex-UFC vets, Murdad in his last fight, so I'm happy, I'm real happy. There was an unbelievable reception to you from the crowd the entire fight, you know, from your walkout right to the final bell. What do you say to all those people that made the journey down from Scotland and people from Birmingham that came out in full voice to support you this evening and witness you become the champion?
I owe this belt to you guys, man. That was a tough fight. You saw it was a split decision, so when I heard my corner shouting, my fans from up in Scotland, my friends, my family up in Scotland, my friends and family down in the Midlands cheering me on and chanting Houston, that's what I needed, man. And you know, this belt's yours as much as it is mine, man. I'm over the moon. Honestly, it's the best day of my life.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about what's next for you. I know you want to enjoy tonight, but moving forward, you know, a lot of people when they win the Cagewarriors title, they come back to the media room and it's UFC. It doesn't seem like that to you. I mean, UFC's obviously the end goal for you, but is it kind of just the attitude that it'll happen when it happens?
You know, I said to myself, me and my dad and my coaches spoke about it, and I said, I want the Cagewarriors title shot. In an ideal world, I win the Cagewarriors title like I have now. I've bagged a world title, and then I get to UFC, man, because that was always my dream. You know, Cagewarriors is a massive promotion, but the reason that I want to fight in it is because it's the #1 European gateway to UFC. So that's always top trumps above anything else. So we'll see. You know, I've had a lot of. I went 8-4 in amateur MMA. I had a couple of years amateur boxing. That's my 8th pro fight, so I'm not lacking fight experience, so get me to UFC, man. I want to make some money.
I mean, you said in your last interview that there was kind of a turning point in your career where you said, look, you know, I'm going to start giving this my all and taking it more seriously. Can you describe when that was and what kind of changed in your life at that point?
I was working offshore a few years ago, and, you know, money was good, but I said to myself, this isn't what I want to do. So I opened up an MMA gym in the Highlands, in Inverness. There wasn't one in the Highlands, so I opened up an MMA gym, and I said, you know, I'm going to give I'm going to give this pro MMA stuff a real crack. Give it 2 years. If I'm doing well, I'll keep it going. If I'm doing crap, then I'll call it a day, man. But you know what the main thing is? I've picked up a few losses at amateur, and I think, for me personally, if I could give any advice, I'd say, you know, don't care about what anyone else thinks about you when you get in the cage, because anyone who doesn't knows how much sacrifice is put into getting that cage, you know. So in my opinion, never put any pressure on myself, and that's worked for me. So I used to underperform when I was amateur, and I was worried too much about what people thought. But you just get in there, find a good bunch of mates to train with, and have fun in there, man. And that's my advice, really. And it's worked for me.
Finally, I know you've probably got a million people to thank, but if there's anyone special that you want to give thanks to, coaches, teammates, family, then the floor is yours.
Massive thanks to my corner team, Big Jamie McDonald, future star, Cam Cheng. He just had his baby Robin as well. I said after the fight, man. Graham King's come down here, man. He's a real good guy, man. He's helped me out a lot. Got my girlfriend Ree in the background there, and just everyone who's come down to support me, really. You know, you all, like I said, the crowd pulled me through that fight, man. So this belt's mine, yours as much as it is mine, man. So respect to all my friends, family, sponsors, coaches, anyone who's ever believed in me over the years.
Well, you did absolutely everyone proud, and the whole of Scotland proud also. Thanks so much for your time, and congratulations on the victory. It's an absolute pleasure.
Nice one, bro.